Where the hell am I? I am not on the screen. There we go. Good evening, everyone. It is Sunday. Sunday what? I don't even know. I've only been outside once today. It is Sunday, December 15th, 2024. Welcome to a subdued, I guess you could say, Sunday Night Live. If I look a little different, I have changed my webcam. No longer am I using the old iPhone 12. I'm using the Osmo Pocket 3, one of my many Osmo Pocket 3s. Don't ask me if I bought a third one, but I'm using an XS1 as a webcam. I think it's working well. I was able to get it working, I think, just about perfectly with the green screen. And I see Vivian Johnson here, Estelle, Picard, Tiana, Jennifer Gala, Mary W, Lisa is here, Sheena Roberts, Medano1973, Wesley Maxim, Mary W, Canadian Vasily says I give that intro a thumbs up. Thank you. Everett Clendenin is here. Kevin Hawthorne, Jellybean. I think I already read a bunch of your names. I don't know. My brain is fucking toast. That's for damn sure. But I spent the last few hours, maybe more than that, making that intro. And yeah, so if you didn't see it, I guess you have to rewind the stream to the start or watch it on the replay. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me just check one setting here. And Lisa says, so you spent all the brain power? If you think that took brain power, well, it actually did. Sheena Roberts says, awesome intro. Thank you. Peter says, action kid. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I don't care if other people are streaming when I go live, and they shouldn't care if I'm streaming when they go live. It's there's just so many people live streaming now. Like, who cares? Go live when you want and when you can. We all have busy schedules, and we all have to go live at some point. So I don't care what the rest of the world is doing, and I hope they don't care what I'm doing. Let's all do our own thing and let viewers go to wherever they want. That's so no need to populate the chat with who else is going live, when and where. And I certainly hope people don't interrupt their chats to say, hey, Johnny's live. Like, let them do their thing, is my attitude towards that. I did see your chat earlier, Peter Bradfield. Sorry that you're not going to be able to stick around for the stream, but I hope it is good news. Yeah, Johnny B says, go live. I'm just reading some of your messages. Anthony says, this week is my final week of school. Congrats. Carl Roth says, you're the pioneer, Johnny. This is why you come to be. I'm the pioneer of what? Being tired, lazy, unprepared. But yeah, I have some personal things I'm dealing with that have taken a bit out of me. But we'll save that for another day, if at all. I'm just reading some of your chats. Aiden Thompson McGuire is here. Kurt Affair says, hey, Johnny is live. Yeah, I was going to go live on the Strides channel today, but I never really made it out. So I'll probably go live Monday or Tuesday. I might be going to Niagara next week at some point. I'm going to have to get a car, so there might be a live stream from there. And yeah, we are not having alcohol tonight. We are having a bubbly mango sparkling water. Jellybean says, looking hot with the new camera. I don't know. Okay, someone just sent me a very offensive cup on Amazon. Yes, Amazon is actually selling that. How the fuck is that allowed to be sold on Amazon? Yeah. Tiana says, not to be dark, but your gravestone will be a bubbly can. Hey, man, there's no joke that's off limits towards me. But, wow, what a... Gertej says, is the Canada Post strike over? Hey, Google, is the Canada Post strike over? Let's find out.
Not over yet. but it is expected to end soon. The federal government has intervened and ordered the workers back to work. The Canada Industrial Relations Board, CIRB, will make a decision on whether or not to force the workers back to work by Monday or Tuesday. If the CIRB decides to force the...
Yeah, I don't know. Lisa says your Google says yes. Yeah, I hope they go back to work. I hope they get paid and treated fairly for what it is. It's certainly a shitty time of year for this to be happening, but that's probably why it has to do with this. Yeah, so what's up with you guys? Oh, I put up a very important poll here. Is a hot dog a sandwich? 32% of you said yes. 13% of you said of course it is. 12% of you asked if a bear shits in the woods. And 43% of you have dysfunctional brains. Hey, Google, is a hot dog a sandwich?
The word hot can have different meanings depending on the context. Here are a few common interpretations. Temperature.
Maxim says definitely not a sandwich. I don't know. I feel like taking the gloves off. Is this not the kind of quality content you tune in for? Yes, a hot dog is a sandwich. According to Merriam-Webster, a hot dog is a sandwich because it fits the definition of a sandwich. No, yeah, there we go. Merriam-Webster, one of the definitive, authoritative debate settlers, says it is a sandwich. Some say that a hot dog is not a sandwich because the bun is irrelevant to the nature of the hot dog. Others say that a hot dog is too distinct from slices of meat inside two slices. It's a sandwich. It's settled. I will die on the hill along with Merriam-Webster. What's the other one? Is cereal soup? Like, technically cereal fits the definition of soup, doesn't it? I don't know. Cam says it's an open face. You can have open face sandwiches. You can have an open faced grilled cheese sandwich. By the way, I did something this afternoon or this morning. I made pancakes and some of them didn't suck. Some of them were undercooked and a little goopy still inside and needed to go back on the pan, except I was too lazy and didn't decide to put them back on the pan and just ate them kind of raw in the middle. But most of my pancakes were pretty good. Carl says, please don't tell Charlie the doggy that a hot dog is a sandwich. I don't think he'll mind that. Anna says, why don't you search for hot dogs from around the world? Some people even put eggs on them. Oh, I have a... Oh, my camera is like shaking as I type. I'm wondering if the gimbal is stabilizing me there. Michigan Italian. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of funky hot dog sandwiches, right? Bagel dog. What is that beside Japan? Dodger dog, foot-long dog, and a foot-long bun, ketchup, mustard, chopped onions, relish. I don't know. Carl Roth, probably the most intelligent person here, says a hot dog is a sausage on a bun. And a bun is a sandwich. So yes, it is a sandwich. Carl Roth, why can't we have you to settle all debates? An ego is just a circumcised ego. Lisa says this is definitely the best way for me to spend my Sunday night after a weekend away, listening to a guy who doesn't know anything talk about that. Peter Bradfield says Google's brain also doesn't work that well. Bye, Peter Bradfield. Hope you're doing well and hope you get good news. It's Merriam-Webster who says a hot dog is a sandwich. Deborah says, for me, of course, a hot dog is a sandwich that we usually eat at 5 o'clock when we don't want to make dinner. I can't even think of the last time I had a sandwich that was a hot dog. But yeah, I think this camera is probably working better than my iPhone as a webcam. I don't know. Canadian Vasily says, are you going live? Strides on... I don't know. I go live. I might go live tomorrow morning. I might go live Tuesday morning. I don't have a schedule. I go live whenever I feel like it. That's the number one ignored question in my DMs. I've been ignoring like 99% of all my DMs lately. But when people ask me that, it's just like, I don't know. I go live when I go live. Goosejaw says, in my opinion, a hot dog is kind of a sandwich just because of the toppings on it and the buns. David Ing says, is the debate on toilet paper being over or under still a debate? No, it's not. Well, it's not still ongoing because it's been settled. It's clearly under. I don't know. Let's get off of this topic. Oh, I have something fun. Have you guys heard of AI video generators? Not image generators, not music generators, but video generators. Sora is coming to the masses pretty soon, but one from a Chinese company came up that is supposedly incredibly realistic. So this guy decided to sign up for it. And do I have it? Here it is. Create new video. Start creating amazing video from text descriptions using Hunyuan Video AI. This is going to make a 5-second AI video that is going to be whatever we want it to be. Jennifer Gallus says Sora is $200 a month and needs more tuning. Yeah, I've heard that, but it's hard to get into Sora, right? Sora Video AI. Oh, that's not Sora. That's someone. A lot of these companies use the Sora engine on their own servers and sell it. So if you go open Sora, start now, log in. Ooh, they might be accepting people. Log in, open AI, but Digital Blade says with Sora. So what I want you guys to do is give me a prompt and we're going to generate an AI video here. Boom Productions, $6.99. Pro tip, place pancakes in a 350-degree oven for a few minutes and they will swell up quick and not be mushy. Thank you, Boom Productions, for the $6.99. Cheers to you. I've just been going with the instructions on the box and not doing so well. I've had to add a lot more water and milk than it called for. But thank you, Boom Productions, for the $6.99. Cheers to you. Now, who wants to give me a prompt? It can be anything. It can be like a dragon jumping over a cat. It could be whatever you want. Carl Roth says video generation AI software is going to be amazing. They already have lots to talk about how it's going to completely eradicate video in the news. Yeah, it's going to be interesting for YouTubers because a lot of YouTubers... Lisa says a dragon jumping over a cat, elephant swimming, King Kong climbing the CN Tower. I might have to put up a poll here. Vivian Johnson, be more creative than saying castle. I don't think it'll let us do people. We have King Kong climbing the CN Tower, dragon over a dragon over a castle. Dragon flying over a castle. Godzilla cartwheel. Elephant swimming. Come on. Anime ninja. That's a lot. Phuket walk. Let's put up the polls, or put up a poll. We'll see if we can get. Anyways, what video we make? Yeah, we're speaking in broken English today. Oh, come on, make it a poll, not a Q&A. We can do more. If this first one goes well, we can do more. What else? Do we have... Doug Ford riding in a bike lane. I would have to describe Doug Ford. Wuhan says, Johnny, do you have Windows 11? Yeah, I have Windows 11 on a few computers, but not on this one. All right. Anime Ninja cat fighting badass robot rat. All right, we'll go with it. Oh, it's not letting me put that one in. Anyways, vote for it. But the way most YouTubers get their background B-roll, or not most, but a lot do, is they sign up to a service like Storyblocks. Right? So let's say I want some footage of Toronto. You just put downtown Toronto. And then it shows a bunch of videos. And then if you want to use this in the background of your video, you can often purchase the video or you can have a subscription, right? Let's say you want people bored in classroom, right? You're making a video and you just want to show that in the background. So if you ever wondered where YouTubers get their clips, they go to services like this. There's Storyblocks, there's Envato, there's Motion Array. Off the top of my head, there's a whole bunch of services like this. And that's why sometimes you see the same clips in multiple YouTube videos, and why sometimes you hear the same song in multiple videos. And they also have stock, you also get stock footage, right? So like a lot of photographers will sell their footage and their video to these services. And this is something AI is threatening, because if you're making a video, whether it's like a TV commercial or you're just a YouTuber like me, and you want a specific clip, rather than go on this whole song and dance of signing up for a service, paying an expensive monthly fee, finding the video you need, and then putting that in your content that someone made, someone who needs to get paid for that work, you can just go into an AI prompt and like, boom, there's the video you needed. Oh, it's not exactly what you needed. Okay, let me revise that. Right? So that's kind of scary from an AI point of view in terms of what's coming. Iden Thompson McGuire, $6.99. It's hard to choose one. Can you do all four of them? We could certainly look into it. Let's see. The first one, King Kong climbing the CN Tower, has won. All right. Thank you for voting. So we're going to go in here. We're going to type King Kong climbing the CN Tower in Toronto, just in case it doesn't know the CN Tower is in Toronto. Generate video. That was one I made for my friend. But we'll I will keep you posted when that one is done. And once it's done, we will watch King Kong climbing the CN Tower. I'll keep my eye on that once it's done. It took the first one, it took, I think, about 40 minutes to make, but the servers were apparently very busy at the time. So we'll see. But yeah, this is where a lot of YouTubers get their stuff. And if you're wondering about like special effects and stuff, like motion graphics, and you literally just download like the template and you get all your fancy transitions, a lot of your effects like this. Of course, it still takes a skill to like know how to incorporate this into your video, and not just, you know, whenever someone takes a template that like came with their software or like that they downloaded, it always looks so obvious that they used it and that they didn't actually build the thing unless they do it unless they incorporate it properly. But yeah, this is kind of where a lot of that stuff comes from, right? So for me, I use DaVinci Resolve. So they have all kinds of templates. If you use Apple, like Final Cut, they have that. If you use Adobe Premiere and After Effects, which is like more than 50% of the people, that's where you'd get that. You can get animated background, stock footage, royalty-free music, sound effects, images. And this is just one service. This is Storyblocks, and it's $39.99 Canadian a month. So it's not that cheap. I currently only have one subscription right now. I think it's called Upbeat. Yeah, I get my music from Upbeat. I get it from YouTube too, but this one's cheap. It's like $7 a month, and you can get all kinds of music. Canadian Basili uses DaVinci, but do you use an Apple computer? But that's enough geek talk on that. Let me see King Kong climbing the CN Tower in Toronto is still being created. Original 6 says Doug Ford riding a bike under the 401. It won't let you do that. You would have to like type like describe him physically and just put like a greasy bastard in a suit with dirty blonde slicked hair eating a hamburger riding a bike. I don't know. David Ink says Jessica Lange visited your camera store in New York once while you were at a lunch break. You missed her by minutes. I do not know who that is. Who is Jessica Lange? Jessica Phyllis Lange is an American actress known for her... Is this her? Is this who you're talking about? I'm just reading some of your chats. Anyways, that's all I got. What are you guys watching right now? Do you have any YouTube channels you want to check out? Anything? Our video is still rendering. You could put muscles, but under all the fat, says Romero. Well-hurled bowling ball would describe Doug Ford, I'm sure. Yeah, he says Jerome Forrestwood. There's a name. He used to walk around Toronto. And now he's walking around Vancouver. Hey, he went live. He's doing live streams? Cool. Vancouver Walk, Charleston Park to West Broadway. Yeah, this guy puts out like 3 videos a day. He's just like an absolute machine. Metro Vancouver Live, YVR to the Richmond Public Market. I don't know of too many like regular Vancouver live streamers. Load. Well, there is Jerome Forstman. Keith Fox says Soul Walker. Yeah, this is a really big channel, I think. 427,000 subscribers. One of the biggest walking channels. Does he go live? Soul Walker's streaming test for Saturday Live. Oh, he only went live for 32 minutes. Ooh. Stabilize your footage. $5,000 people watched that. Action Kid. Is he still live? No, he wasn't. Peter Bradfield let us know he was live when we started, but he is not live now. But he is back up and doing pretty good, taking 20-30,000 steps a day. Yeah, Theme Park Worldwide, they are
Hello everyone and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide.
Sean and Charlotte, right? I saw that. They made an announcement last week. We have some very exciting news to share.
Hello everyone and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide, where we're here at Disneyland Paris and we've got a very special announcement.
Congrats to them. They're fun. They have another channel, I think, called the Sandberg Adventures, where they do like, that's kind of like their Johnny Stumbles, I guess.
Hello everyone and welcome to...
They do their travel videos. They're just a couple that travel around the world, going on roller coasters for a living and recording it. Like, how cool is that? There's another couple that does that. Coaster Studios. But I've heard some not so pleasant things about these people. Like, there's a bit of entitlement going on, a little bit of we're better than you. I don't know. I've just heard that firsthand from some people who met them. And then I went into Reddit and saw many other people were parodying the same thing. But they've got a cool channel and I like his content, so it is what it is. Check out Peter Wins NYC. Is our AI video ready? No, it is not yet ready. Hey, this guy's live right now. Live Sunday night cooking live stream in New York City with chicken, rice, and mushroom.
$4,000 a month. I'm at war with the skin. Come on. Fuck it.
So he did.
Abandon your people just to save a buck or a wood. You know, a little starch never hurt anybody. You know, a little bit more.
He did a cooking live stream, and then he picked up the camera
Should be all good.
and he went for a walk.
In 2 hours. So hopefully we'll be out of here before that. We got. See if we can see the moon.
This is the guy who has a chair chained up for the walk recap. I don't want to play too much of someone else's video.
The guy who has
What stream is this? This looks pretty sick. I dig it. Starring Johnny Stumbles. I think we just found like the best live stream on YouTube. Noel Phillips did a video on how he completed the Million Miles Challenge. Neat. Yeah, I watch a lot of Noel Phillips. I didn't see that one yet. Lisa says, "Stop starring, calm down." Hey, that's what they say in when they announce the SNL actors. I got stranded at the world's most isolated airport. I took the world's shortest transatlantic flight. My surprise flight to Africa's smallest country is Turkish Airlines. Yeah, I don't know. I like this stuff. I do, or I watch a lot of these videos. Original Six says Lou review. Josh Cahill does Lou reviews too, right? Anyways, speaking of that, I need to go get another boobly.
Anyways, speaking of that.
Just watch this guy stream while I get my bubbly.
They also still have close to an ethno state. They retain their culture. Germany's kind of just like a hodgepodge of things, and I've been in a few parts of it. It's just like every time it's like, damn, like I would not want to live here. And luckily, I was only there for a few days, but each time I was like, okay, let's we're not staying here. Netherlands is very good. Like, Netherlands and Germany are, very similar and everything, but Netherlands is way better than Germany. They have really nice cities. They do have a housing crisis, though.
Way better. The Original Six says this Peter dude streams for like 8 hours. Yeah, I caution myself from saying like a place is way better than another place when it comes to countries, because that's obviously subjective to many extents. Anna says, any plans for the holidays, Johnny? Not the holidays per se. I'm gonna see family, of course, but I am gonna go away not too long after that. I'm kind of looking forward to it. As we crack open, this time it's a pamplemousse. Is this stupid thing still rendering? It is. Oh, it is done. King Kong climbing the CN Tower. Okay, I have downloaded the video. This just might be the most disappointing thing anyone has ever watched. I'm going to remove myself as we watch what just cost us a few dollars to watch King Kong climbing the CN Tower in Toronto. Although this looks very much Like a composite of Tokyo. And it's only going to be 5 seconds. Let's go full screen for this. Where's King Kong? What the hell is that? Oh, you know what? I think I get it. King Kong is a copyrighted character. So, yeah, it's doing that. We should have put like a giant gorilla ape climbing the CN Tower. Even then, it totally got the CN Tower wrong. Should we do, what was the second one? Godzilla doing cartwheels. How would you describe Godzilla? If we type Godzilla, it's not going to let us do it, right? We can't do Godzilla doing cartwheels, but we have dragon flying over a castle. All right, Vivian Johnson, we're gonna do a dragon flying over a castle. Let's see how this one does. Where are we here? Over here. Let's add a little spice to it. Someone said, while it is raining pigs during a thunderstorm. Let's give it a little bit of extra challenge there. A dragon flying over a castle. Thank you, Vivian Johnson. And thank you guys for voting. Sharks playing ping pong. Lisa says, can you not say like? Oh, this one's asking me, dragon flying over a castle while it's raining pigs during a thunderstorm. No style, cinematic, anime, fisheye, dreamlike, retro. I think cinematic, right? Shot type, wide shot, medium shot, close up, aerial shot, low angle, high angle. Let's go medium shot, right? I think medium shot is going to be the way to go. Let me see if that generates. All right, it's generating. I'll let you guys know when that is done, and then we will watch a very disappointing AI video. Oh my. Yes, Godzilla is a copyrighted character. Does this thing know who I am yet? No, not really. Wait, what did that say? Johnny Stumbles, played by Bob Braswell. Movie, God Don't Make the Laws. What the hell is that? That's not correct. Are you guys seeing that? Who is Johnny Stumbles? Is it gonna like... No, it's not giving me like an AI answer. Oh, it's not even doing the Gemini thing. I think that's because we're in Firefox. If we were in Chrome, it would. Sapand is here. Good evening, Sapand. I saw you were out exploring around today while I was staying home, being nice and warm. Should I, Peter Wins NYC, should I do like a combination cooking and walking live stream? I don't know. Let's see what's going on with Blog TO while we await our video of a dragon flying over a castle. Greetings, Jillian Fox. 5 new restaurants in Toronto's Little Italy. You need to try at least once. Okay. Do you have any idea when Line 5 will open? Mid next year at the earliest. That's what I've heard. Ontario shopping mall to be completely transformed with 19 towers. I think that's in Stony Creek. I think we already saw that headline. Canadians can cash in on a $2.6 million Dollarama settlement. Toronto's most famous TTC subway station store has permanently closed. Have these things not been updated? Has nothing happened in the last week? Purolator and UPS have suspended shipments amid Canada Post strike. What? Sending your holiday gifts by mail may have to wait as Purolator and UPS temporarily suspend shipments. In an email, said its network is currently experiencing service disruptions due to severe weather and a significant increase in volume. I guess there is just so much overflow from Canada Post being down that these two are overwhelmed right now, which sucks because I have to return something. And I have to pay for the return. So I guess if I go to Staples, I'm going to have to use like FedEx. Stephen T says, when can we send Justin Trudeau to Cuba? I don't know. I think we should just put him on a rocket and send him into outer space. That might be better. 50 parties for New Year's Eve in Toronto. Toronto students and faculty turn food waste. Hey, this is in right near Mount Pleasant and Eglinton. 61-story condo tower to replace abandoned Toronto hotel. Canadian shopper claims Loblaws is ripping people off on donation bags. No shit. I think you pay like $5 and there's less than $5 worth of goods in it, which is really sick because they can get it at cost, obviously. Oh, by the way, you can dine out now and no tax. But there's already a list on Reddit of restaurants that have like jacked up their prices, which is bullshit. Also, if you're a server, you should be getting no change in tips, right? Because if your restaurant was decent, they wouldn't be putting tax on top of the tips. It would be before the tip. So just keep on tipping as you usually would. I don't know what else to say about that. Lisa says that makes no sense. Why would they do that? I don't know, but they're definitely taking advantage of this tax-free situation. Toronto just got a new flight to a sunny destination from the world's top-rated airline. That has to be the Middle East somewhere. Qatar Airways has expanded its extensive global network and has launched new nonstop flights from Toronto to this sunny city. I don't think people think of going to this part of the world to lounge around in like a bikini and sunbathe under the sun. No offense, but I guess calling it a sunny destination is one thing, but I think of like the Caribbean when I think of that. But cool, new flight to Qatar. 2 Toronto transit stations may be canceled after years of waiting. Yeah, that's bullshit. I already read that. That's kind of sad. Anthropology is shutting down its most breathtaking store in Toronto. Breathtaking? Is that the word? Turner says sunny city equals Doha, Qatar. Toronto just ranked among least livable cities in Canada. That has to be purely for cost of living, because if you can stomach the cost of living, it would be like a top 2 city. You could maybe argue Montreal, but there's nothing even close. When you think of the most desirable places to live in Canada, some of the bigger municipalities like Vancouver or Toronto may come to mind. It's based on ranking on 50 variables in 10 categories: economy, housing, demographics, healthcare, safety, education, community, amenities, transportation, and climate. Yeah, I take it for granted that I have like rent that isn't insane, and I have a family doctor, and I have everything I need within like 5 minutes of my doorstep, but not everyone has that. Different strokes for different folks, but if you can afford to live here, I would say it's the most livable in the country by far, personally. But if you argued Montreal. But if you go out and like interview a bunch of people in the suburbs, of course, it's not going to be very high on the list. Anyways, all these lists are subjective, and the criteria they use are subjective. So It is what it is. TTC shuts down subway service for emergency repairs and latest transit failure. This should just be the permanent headline of all the Blog TO articles, right? Shouldn't that just always be up no matter what? All right, let me download this video here of a majestic dragon. So this is our dragon flying over a castle during a thunderstorm while it's raining pigs. Emo's vlogs $2. Do you visit your family sometimes? Sometimes. Yeah. 4 or 5 times a year. They live in Niagara Falls. My mom and my brother are out that way. But thank you for the support and cheers to you, Emo's vlogs. Here's our video of a dragon flying over a castle. I told it during a thunderstorm while it was raining pigs. It gave us was this what you had in mind, Vivian? Is this what you had in mind? At least it kind of did it. Someone wrote sharks playing ping pong. I think I'm going to do that. Let's do sharks playing ping pong in the prompt. Why is Upbeat.io coming up? Create new video. David Little, $2. Thank you, David Little. Thank you so much. Sharks playing ping pong. All right, let's see what that does. Let's see what that does. Generate video. Hey, it didn't ask me for the style or anything. All right, so we'll see if we get sharks playing ping pong. Make sure it's not the San Jose Sharks, or we'll get copyrighted. Well, thanks for nothing, Blog TO. You guys barely updated shit. What's going on in the world of Toronto according to Reddit? I always wanted a stormy shot of the Gunnerham building. I got it a few years ago. I have not. Ooh. Photography experts, that's probably what? A 10 out of 10 shot of the Gunnerham building? AKA the Flatiron building? I would say Toronto's most photogenic building, wouldn't you? Like the CN Tower, obviously, but the CN Tower is more like omnipresent. It's always there. But this Jellybean says Blog TO is a joke. Have you seen Six Buzz? If you want a joke, there's like that social media, or those social media publications are just like, they deliberately poke the bear, just putting out like borderline racist shit and super offensive shit just to like drum up offensive comments, just because that's good for engagement on the platform. So you can say Blog TO is shit, but I appreciate the fact that there's like, that they don't do that they're not deliberately like trying to rage bait everybody with bullshit headlines. Like it's a legitimate attempt at journalism to some degree. So yeah, we can shit on Blog TO, but it's far better than Six Buzz and a lot of that other shit we have in the city. Pinesoul 149. Thank you, Pinesoul, for the 149. Thank you very much. But yeah, that's an awesome picture. I give that. I would not be angry if someone like framed that picture and gave it to me. I might put that on the wall. Lisa says, and if you like that, you're also a bottom feeder. I haven't yet blocked it from my feed because I almost never doom scroll, but whenever I see Six Buzz, it's like eye roll. Here is some sensationalist bullshit designed to like just have a bunch of people saying offensive things in the comments. The breathtaking night view of Toronto City from the top of the CN Tower is truly mesmerizing. Also, Six Buzz has like blatantly stolen my shit and uploaded it without giving me credit. So fuck them. They are thieving, conniving bastards, and they can sue me for that. I don't care. I have proof that they stole my shit. I have screenshots of my stuff without being credited. And there's a long list of other people they stole from. They haven't stolen anything from me in a long time. Maybe they cleaned up their act, but yeah, they are pieces of shit masquerading as journalists. That's kind of a cool picture. That's the South Core. Those are the ice towers. But was it taken with like the world's first smartphone? It's pretty low horseshit quality. A dragon farting, that's what it looks like. This is Carl Roth. Romero says, nah, I give you the credit, bro. I make sure the people know whose video it is by shouting you. Six Buzz has stolen from me. They've uploaded my shit on a few occasions, and you try to copyright that on Instagram, and Instagram doesn't do anything. YouTube is actually decent at that, but no, no offense to you if you actually work for Six Buzz, but that's a trash organization. Toronto's Macintosh sets another world record at short course swimming championships. Good for her. Seriously, I don't know how else to say that. I'm not trying to be... Phuket Walk says, oh, come on, how hard is it to just credit someone? It's not even that. Like, it's not even fair use. It's theft. If you steal something from someone, if I steal your art and put it up and give you credit for it, I've still stolen your work. It's not like much better that you credited for it, right? Like, it's still theft. You still made a whole post. Like, it's one thing to write a story or repurpose, but when you just take someone's thing and re-upload it and you add nothing to it, that's theft, right? That's all it is, right? And I take down so many people on YouTube who steal my shit. Like, what are we looking at? A girl riding a rubber ducky? What? Why is this on Toronto? On our Toronto. Giant duck flashback courtesy of when that giant duck came here. Toronto strangers band together to rescue woman's cat from underneath streetcar. This is one of the most wholesome stories, right? Look at that. Yeah, there was also that car that had a dog in it, and some piece of shit decided that they were going to steal that car, and the police ended up getting the dog back all the way in Brampton. But if you're a criminal, like, steal a car, okay, but to steal a car with like a pet in it or like a baby, like, fuck you. You should be thrown into a pit and never come out of it. Just my opinion. But that was another feel-good story. This is also a feel-good story, of course, but that one came to mind just because it involved a pet for some reason. I am a long-time housing advocate. That's an opinion piece. Debit card scam with the taxi now has a pizza variation. Where I'm guessing that is someone says, hey, my card's not working. I can't pay for this pizza. Can I give you the cash and you'll pay for it? And then you put in your card and the machine copies your card and then it records your PIN number. And then they either give you back your card, but they now have all your details and can reproduce it, or they give you back a lookalike card, and now you don't have your card anymore, and they have your PIN. I think the correct way to do that is to say, okay, take the cash, put your card in the machine, type in a PIN number that isn't your PIN, and the machine will accept the payment. Make sure you get your card back, and then walk away with the free like 20 or 30 bucks or whatever cash they gave you. Because the machine is always going to say approved because they don't know your PIN. They're just trying to steal your PIN. So even if they steal your card and give you back a dummy card, just they don't have your PIN. What are they going to do with it, right? Just go on your app, stop the card, go into the bank, get a new debit card, and you just made 20, 30 bucks. You scammed the scammers. But I would first insist that you get your actual card back on top of your money. That way, if they just copied your shit, you're still getting 20, 30 bucks back. If this scam ever comes up to me and by a cab or someone with pizza, I think I would do that. I think I would put my card in. I'll take their cash and I'll take them at their word, and I'll put through the debit payment using a fake PIN and scam the scammer. I think that would be pretty cool. Phuket Walk says tuk-tuk scams. Chris Mills says just avoid that situation. Yeah, but I would get a kick out of doing that, and I would probably take their pictures and put a video of them online. Lisa says that wouldn't pan out. I don't know. I think it would pan out. I mean, as long as they don't get my PIN number, Justin says not worth the hassle. Hey, let me die on that hill. I'm not endorsing you guys doing that. I'm just saying I would do it. Drake lookalike competition draws over 200. Winner takes home 10,000. That? Who? Okay, that's not news. Downtown Picks. I mean, thank you for sharing your picture, but could you maybe upgrade your camera? I don't see how these are that great. Let's take a look at how is Sharks playing ping pong going. I spent a lot of money for some Sharks playing ping pong. Okay, let's start this. Do you guys think this is going to be any good? The actual prompt is Sharks playing ping pong. You're starting to think there's no ping pong. I'm starting to think there's no ping pong. What the fuck? How much money did I spend on this stupid AI video generator? What is going on? This is horrible. AI Toronto Mans buys pizza. All right. Where's my thing? AI Toronto Mans buys pizza. I'm actually going to do it, Jellybean. I'm actually going to do it. AI Toronto Mans buys pizza. I just take it off the screen. I don't want you guys to see my login account info. All right, I did it. I spent money on AI Toronto Mans buys pizza. This was like touted as like the answer to Sora, and it's horrible. Jennifer Gallus says, okay, this is horrible. Sora is way better. Yeah, I read an article and I saw a video on like how this thing is like just as good as Sora, and they beat Sora to the punch. It is not good. Dan says you should do a walking down the streets of Toronto. Well, seeing how it didn't even know what the CN Tower is, I don't know. I don't know about that. Let's get this thing back up. Anyways, does anyone have any interesting YouTube channels or subreddits we could check out? If we go home, Santa Tracker. Have you liked the stream yet? No. But I will not. How the fuck is this a stream? And they're probably running ads on this. There are only 8 days. And what happens when... Does this just... On January 1st? Does it become a Valentine's tracker? Vivian says it's for kids. It has to be. It has to be. That's a good point. Hi, Johnny's Packets. Hey, Johnny, why did the bicycle fall over? I don't know. Well, I am glad to no longer be one of the 27 people watching that stream. What is this one? Live? Ooh, that's pretty. Visit Leavenworth. 70 people are watching right now. They have no audio? Where is Leavenworth? Where is this place? I see a lot of cold-ass people. They've got a lot of snow, it looks like, over here. There was some new merch advert on that Santa counter. Yeah, they're trying to monetize that Christmas markets around the world webcam. What are we looking at? Did someone throw up on a light bright? I think that's what happened. I don't know. AI Toronto Mans buys pizza. Still not yet ready. Europub. Looks like a lot of those Christmas markets aren't open. Hey, Brad Palmer went live today. Atlanta Live, Jackson Street Bridge. Startup of a 20-year-old Windows XP computer. Hey, we have 288 people watching. Thank you so much, guys. Thailand Live, train 24/7 and live chat. I wonder if this is actually live or if someone just recorded the train ride and they're playing it. Barris says Leavenworth is about 2.5 hour drive east of Seattle. We're just watching a train go around. Phuket Walk says, how do we know it's live? Well, I have a feeling it might actually be live because they're doing it in 720p. It's pretty low bit rate. And Thailand has pretty solid wireless coverage. Do a video of Doug Ford getting sprayed by a skunk. You have to check out the Skid Row live stream. If this is depressing. Oh, the band? Skid Row LA live. Okay. That is certainly depressing. There's like an open... Why did I put this on? Thank you for the idea. I wish I didn't see this, but... What the fuck are we doing, guys? Why is this happening in our own backyard? Well, I think we know some of the reasons why, but that... Yikes. I do not want to see that again. Lisa says, be grateful for wherever you are if it isn't there. Yeah. Anyways, how do I snap out of that? The video Johnny showed about opening a box with an old TV in it. Jeff collects them? Is that a channel? Jeff collects them? The Life and Death of Jeff Healy. Oh, I watched the stupidest fucking movie I've ever seen in my life last night. I just zoned out and watched a movie. It had so many plot holes in it. It's called, have you guys heard of the movie Carry On? With Jason Bateman? Taron Egerton, Sophia Carson, Jason Bateman, Theo Rossi, Dean Norris. I could not make it through this movie without thinking to myself 100,000 times how fucking stupid the whole movie is and how implausible nearly every single scene was and how an ounce of common sense renders the whole movie like, Lisa says you love stupid movies. Well, a TSA agent gets his coworker fired on the spot by switching his cup for one that had booze in it. And the guy was like, that wasn't my cup, it was switched. And they're like, you're fired, get out of here. Do you not have 10 million surveillance cameras in a public area overlooking airport security? Why don't you just look at the surveillance cameras and see that this dude's cup was actually switched? Jennifer Gallus says, I enjoyed it. I liked it too, but it was just so fucking stupid. They're roaming around like restricted areas of the airport. No one's saying anything. Like, a cop gets murdered in an airport and like Jason Bateman goes back to like grab the boarding pass from him. Like, they never looked at the camera and saw that the guy who bumped into him right when he collapsed also went back. He's not a person of interest. No, like, there was just so many fucking stupid things that made that movie utterly implausible, and yet it was still kind of fun to watch, but it was beyond stupid. Surin says, hey Johnny, first on this channel, normally on your other channel. Thank you. The other channel is normally where I make a little bit more of an effort, and I might go live on that tomorrow. I don't know. I have 2 videos in the bank, so tomorrow I'm gonna either go live or go out and make a video. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. It is it's hard to get up on Monday morning. Mini Zine says, hey everyone, love drizzly Sundays in Toronto. Oh, what's the weather like next week? That's a good question. What's the weather going to be doing next week? Because this will... Oh, no. Monday, fog, 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 cloudy, cloudy, cloudy with showers. Light rain, rain. But it's like 6 degrees. That's not terrible. 6, 7. It's not going to be that bad. Mature Young Man says the Joan of Arc movie is terrible. I don't know. Have you seen the trailer? Am I the only one who doesn't think that the Snow White trailer looks that bad? Yes, you are. This is the worst movie trailer I have ever seen in my life. And what's funny is they didn't cast, I guess the politically correct term is little people, to play the 7 dwarves because Peter Dinklage spoke out about that. Meanwhile, there's a ton of people in Hollywood who would very much like to act in a movie, and this is a great opportunity. It's one of the few roles that's actually meant for them, and in a movie full of like live action, they animated those 7 roles. It's just like every single thing they've done for this movie is stupid and makes no sense. Jennifer Gallus says, I hope when I'm in Toronto it's going to be just fine. Hopefully. I kind of hope it's just like all snowstorms from now on, because that's when things are good. Lisa says, so you're definitely watching it? Yeah, I'm going to watch the movie about Snow White, whose main character like despises the whole premise of the original movie. I think Disney's going to lose something like $400 million on it. Stephen T says, you think the TSA might have something called security cameras? Yeah, like they're I know we don't expect a lot from them to be like overly competent, but holy shit, that was just such a stupid fucking premise for a movie. Like, I don't know. Mark S. saw Carvin movie Marvel Comics. Johnny Strides, I watched your video on Yorkdale Mall and you said my name in the video. I did. Neat. I don't remember saying that. The elves were redone in CGI. If you saw the original human elves, they were awful. Says Bloodhound. I think they weren't actually elves, the original one. Disney reimagined them. The original human ones were just like an entirely new concept. They wanted to get rid of the seven dwarves to be politically correct. And then there was so much public backlash against that they had to go back and put actual elves into the movie. But instead they used CGI. I don't know. Skywalking says, fun fact, airport staff and airplane crew can go to restricted places in the airport. I actually knew that. I know someone who worked at the airline. I'm just reading some of your messages. Should we just do some viewer calls? Do you guys want to do that? Carl Roth says, I watched Elf. One of the greatest Christmas movies of all time. Let me dust off. There's the phone here. What does that do? Disney are no longer original. All they do is remakes. Yeah, they're doing another Lion King. I don't know. And they like ruined the Star Wars and the Marvel universes. I don't know. Have you seen post-credit scene from Kong Skull Island? Says Gertej. No, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Die Hard, great Christmas movie, says Mark S. It is one of the best. All right, we've got the app open. Got the volume up. If you want to call in and speak to an idiot, you may. The number is 647-247-3726. 647-247-3726. Jeanette Morales says Mufasa is a prequel. But why didn't they do it animated like old school? Why is it CG? I thought the CG Lion King, it was good, but it didn't seem to have any heart. I don't know. I think Disney doesn't do hand-drawn animation anymore. At least not good hand-drawn animation. You might as well watch Die Hard 2 because at least they have the dad from Family Matters. Gertej won't be calling in. You have a very bad headache. Sorry to hear that. I think my phone might be on Do Not Disturb, actually. Yeah, let me take that off. There we go. That's probably why we weren't getting any calls, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Jennifer Gala got Paramount for $62 a year on Cyber Monday. Do they support Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos and DTS? Here, let me try calling in. Let's see if this... Sometimes this doesn't even work. Let me call myself from myself. God, I'm an idiot. Hello.
Hello.
Is this Johnny?
Is this Johnny?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, we've got it. We've got a caller now, a real caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, is this Janice?
It's Janice Pike.
Wow.
It is.
How's it going?
Doing good, Johnny.
Where are you calling in from?
In Toronto, in Scarborough.
Oh, you're calling from Scarborough. Awesome. Tiana says, why do we have two phones? Oh, we have... multiple phones, all with SIM cards. Don't ask. So, what have you been up to today?
We were out at the church enjoying some of the streaming going on with Santa Clauses and that.
Yeah, it was SantaCon last night, right? A lot of.
Yeah, but there's a whole street loaded with somewhere in Toronto.
Oh, Inglewood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inglewood.
Do you think, should I go to Inglewood this year and make a video or live stream?
That'd be cool.
All right. Janice says I'm just reading some of the chats. What's the weather like in Scarborough? Is it snowing there? Raining?
It was a bit of ice pellets.
Ice pellets. Yeah,
earlier.
We've had nothing.
But right now it's not.
All right. And the big question, do you have anything you want to share with the audience tonight?
Only one thing is, everyone talking about their favorite movie, but mine was one way back with Burl Ives called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And that one didn't get picked too much. Because I like the one when he sent the snowman, that was Burl Ives.
Frosty?
So, yeah, no, one Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with Burl Ives as the snowman. And he was always singing a song, silver and gold, means so much, and I see silver and gold decorations on every Christmas tree. But that is a real good one.
All right.
Anyone wants to watch it.
Well, thank you for sharing that, and thank you for calling in, Janice. I hope you have a wonderful night.
I hope you guys have a good night, too.
All right, our Toronto man's orders pizza just came in, so we're gonna watch the video. But thank you so much, Janice. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Friendly viewer. This is the video that Jellybean requested. I don't think this is Toronto man's ordering pizza, is it? That's a pretty realistic looking person. Math Doctor says best pizza spot in the city. I don't know. I'm going to get murdered if I try to answer that question. No one's going to agree. I'll say in Midtown it's Louis Classico. How is this Toronto man's ordering pizza? Or eating pizza? I don't know. Oh, we've got another phone call coming in here. Hello there.
Hello. Hey, Johnny. How's it going?
Good. Who are we speaking with?
It's Minizine.
Minizine. How's it going, Minizine?
It's going well. It's going well. Nice to see the Sunday night stream tonight. I've got it on mute, and there's kind of a delay, so I'm just gonna have to go based off the phone call.
Yeah, we've got a delay going on. It's
That's all right.
It gives me the luxury of like muting inappropriate things and other stuff. I can save it from taking down my YouTube channel. You know, if someone like called in and went on a little tirade that was inappropriate.
Definitely, I can see that for sure.
So, where are you calling in from?
From North York region.
North York.
East North York, I guess. I can be a little more specific.
Cool. And can you share your favorite Christmas movie with us?
Oh, Die Hard for sure.
Die Hard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people are on the fence about whether it's actually a Christmas movie, but I just have a special spot in my heart for Die Hard and Bruce Willis in general.
It's 100% a Christmas movie, right? So
yeah,
I
agree.
We all watched it around then. Cool. So what's new in your neck of the woods? Sorry, I don't have a lot tonight.
Oh, that's all right. I saw Gremlins last night at the Carlton. That was a lot of fun. And highly recommend going and checking them out.
Yeah, they have a lot of like older movies mixed in with a few current ones, right?
Yeah, they have like $5 specials on this month or throughout the year, I guess, and they have got a bunch of good movies on, including The Thing actually this week.
And they're all those like sweet leather reclining chairs, right?
For the most part, they haven't updated every theater. I think some of the theaters are a little more old school, and the whole Cineplex in general, you kind of have to. It's not a super high end establishment, but I like it nonetheless.
Yeah, I kind of prefer going to the old Rainbow. I'm a little bit partial to that, but they're both Imagine.
Oh, the one down at near St. Lawrence Market.
Yeah, on Front Street. That one
That one's really nice.
as soon as you start going down, your phone doesn't work anymore unless you unless you sit in the one theater that's under the metro. Then you can like get on their Wi-Fi. But I like the fact that you're not seeing like a bunch of people on their phone during the movie. It's kind of like, hey, people living in the moment. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, and people generally are more respectful at that theater. I don't know what at least the last time I was there, I saw Oppenheimer down there last year, I guess, and that was a lot of fun. So yeah, I like that theater.
Cool. Do you have anything to share with the viewers tonight?
I just saw in the chat, #1 Jelly Bean fan. What do I have to share? I don't have a joke tonight. I had a couple of X-rated ones, but you said you wouldn't want to hear those, so.
No, they're fine. As long as.
No. they're too rude. They're not like over the edge rude, but I'm gonna skip those tonight. I'll leave it up for next time.
If it's okay, if you would let a 16-year-old hear it, I say it's okay. That's like my line in the sand.
Dude, everyone's funny. Everyone has their own like political spectrum, religious spectrum, like everything like that, and I'm just gonna avoid the ruckus.
Yeah, it's at a certain point though, you get tired of tiptoeing, right? Like it's just why walk on it? Why walk on eggshells when you can just piss off a whole bunch of people?
Have you got a good joke for us, Hank? A new one?
No. It's my job to ask the questions and ask for the jokes.
That's all right. All right. Well, I'll come up with a family-friendly but not walking on eggshells one for next call-in.
A family whose youngest is 16. That's my. Because when you're 16, you're watching movies with like swearing. There's the odd topless scene. Like you're practically an adult. You're totally not an adult if you're a guy. At least you're still very much a kid. But you get treated like an adult sometimes, right? So that's
true. I remember getting into R-rated films when I was like 13, 14 in that area, and anyway, whatever.
Yeah, I remember walking in a Terminator 2 with my dad, and then I went to school the next day, and my other classmates were like, "You skipped school with your dad to see an R-rated movie?" I'm like, "It was R-rated? I didn't know," but yeah, like.
That's awesome. That's a core memory for sure.
Yeah. Well, thanks for calling in, and you better come up with the joke next time.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you. Thanks.
Take care. Bye.
That was Minizine calling in. Apparently, Jelly Bean's #1 fan, or is it the other way around? Oh, we got a phone call coming in from a 289 number. Hello there.
Hello?
Hi, who are we speaking with?
Oh, it's Chris from Hamilton.
Chris from Hamilton, the Hammer. How's it going?
All right. Yourself?
Good. What's new in Hamilton?
Not a whole hell of a lot. We're actually up your way today with my daughter.
Oh, what brought you this way?
Oh, she wanted to go to a couple stores at the Eaton Center.
The Eaton Center. That's how did you drive in? Did you take the GO train?
We take the GO train.
Oh, awesome. That's I was about to say, like, if you're driving in, that's going to be kind of a nightmare.
No chance of driving in. But I've driven in Toronto many times, but if I can avoid it, I will.
Yeah, it's cool.
I didn't realize that there's some free roller skating at the Union Station.
Oh, at Union Station. They're doing that inside this year, right?
Yeah, in the gate, whatever it's called, the gateway there, between the, I don't forget what it's called anyways, but there's free roller skating and free rentals. I didn't realize that either. Yeah,
they did that last year. Sometimes there's a hell of a line for that, and sometimes it seems to be almost a walk-in, so I imagine it was pretty busy today.
I didn't see any line, but we didn't go. We just walked by it, and probably take my family on the 23rd. Do some roller skating.
Well, you may have prompted me to do a Union Station video, because it's always cool to check that out. And Union's so big, there's so much to cover. I could do like the South Core in with that as there's a video for me. South Core and Union Station rolled into one.
Well, we'll do it on the 23rd, and I'll meet up with you. Take you out for lunch.
23rd. I might not be in town.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
But if I am, I'm not going to say no to a free lunch.
Can I just play you a quick clip from a show of yours a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, go ahead.
See if it works here. Hey, thank you for all you do again.
All right. Have yourself a wonderful night.
Will do. Thanks.
Okay, take care. Bye. Perfect phone call. Called in, friendly, polite, had a joke pre-prepared. Like, does it get any better than that? Chris has set the bar high. If you want to call, we've got another.
Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to say thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm not bullshitting. It is it is what it is. But I'm glad you appreciated it. But now I'm going to put you on the spot, and you're going to have to feed us a joke, or I formally retract that statement.
Yeah. No, I have one now. What do you call a dinosaur with an extensive vocabulary?
What do you call a dinosaur with an extensive vocabulary? Well, they weren't even... Okay. I have no idea.
A thesaurus. Dad joke.
Yeah, I'm retracting that statement. And
oh, man.
after I get that free lunch, you're
Okay.
you're going to be barred from it.
Nice.
No, that's actually an awesome joke. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
All right. Anything else to share with us?
That's it. Yeah, just want to say hi.
All right. Thank you, Chris from The Hammer. And hopefully you enjoyed your trip to Toronto.
Oh, yeah, always do.
All right. Well, feel free to call in anytime. Unlike Jelly Bean. All right. See ya. Thanks. Bye. Oh, we got a 905 number calling in. Hello there, 905 caller.
It's me, Dylan, once again.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good.
Dylan. What's new in Pickering?
Well, I did a live stream yesterday up at Pirate, and we're starting to run low on scheduled videos, but don't worry, we have new scheduled ones coming up.
Oh, you're cranking out the videos.
Yep.
Dylan.
Well,
Dylan
yeah.
Reynolds Pickering. If I type Dylan Reynolds Pickering, that should bring you. There you go.
Yep.
Sunset for 2. Oh, you've got all your live streams already lined up and ready to go.
Yep. Yep, and there's also some, you can also press the videos, and there are some time-lapse videos I've made.
Reaction to the Florida Panthers winning their first Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you have any plans for Christmas, Dylan? Any big plans?
Well, we're going to be going out to London, Ontario, December 29th.
What's in London?
I'm visiting I have great-grandparents that live there.
Neat. What is do you have any wishes from Santa? Like I already got my gift from Santa. I asked for like a pair of new boots, and I made a video where I went and picked up the boots. What do you want for Christmas?
Well, the only thing I want for Christmas is 100. I think my big Christmas present will be 100,000 subscribers.
100,000 subscribers. That's
Yeah.
Well, I wish you luck. I hope you get it.
Yeah, and also another Christmas wish I have is the Maple Leafs playing the Winnipeg Jets in the Cup final this year.
Oh, so what are the odds of 2 Canadian teams being in the Stanley Cup? That's got to be like 1 billion to 1.
Yeah, because Toronto tonight defeated the Buffalo Sabres and are the first to 40 points in the Atlantic Division for the first time, and first for them to be first in their division with 40 points since 2003.
So you think they'll make it out of the second round this year?
I think they'll make it out of the second round, but The only other teams that I'm kind of keeping an eye on would be the Metro team, would be the Metro division, because it looks like here Washington seems to be going strong, New Jersey's going strong, Carolina.
Neat. Cool. Well, I'm not much for hockey talk. I don't know what the hell we're talking about, to be honest. I'm trying to keep up with you, but
for a lot of walking videos, I would actually want to see, because we have not had. I can't wait, because we definitely had some snow come down earlier in the week.
Yeah, that's gold if you're a walktuber. That's gold falling from the sky. Get out there and record that.
Yeah, because I remember that one time where I actually commented on one of your older videos that he tried to do a walk down Young Street in the snow.
Yeah, I remember doing that, but for me, I live like just off of Yonge Street, so if it snows, it's an easy place for me to get to. So, Dylan, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Do you have a joke for us tonight?
Well, what are the odds that we're gonna be? Well, I don't like. I have a joke. How many times do you guys think Do you think the Buffalo Sabres will ever make the playoffs?
I'm gonna say maybe. I'm not We'll let some people answer that in the comments, and Dylan, you can check the comments to see what people say, or in the chat. Will the Buffalo Sabres ever make the playoffs? Mark S says nope.
Yeah.
Well, Lisa says sure. Lisa knows sports. She's as sports of a sports person as any sports person will ever sports. But thank you for calling in, Dylan. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. And if we don't speak again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Yep. I'll probably try to come back on next week, but probably not the 29th of December.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
Toodles. We had another caller trying to get in there. Hello there.
Hey, Johnny.
Hi, who are we speaking with?
This is Sven. Big fan of your channel.
Cool. Where are you calling in from?
Calling in from Athens, Georgia.
Athens, Georgia. You're saying the name of a city from Greece and a country from Europe, but I think you're in the U.S.
That is correct. Yeah, Athens, Georgia, about an hour outside of Atlanta, home to the Bulldogs, University of Georgia. Great place.
Are you an Atlanta sports fan? Falcons, Braves?
College football a bit. There's the Georgia Bulldogs here in Athens. So for anyone who watches college football, they know the Dogs.
It's on TV here, but it's not that huge. Like, Americans are pretty rabid about college sports, right? Especially come bowl season and the Final Four and all that. And it gets in the media here and it gets on TV, but it's just not that big of a thing. And Canadian college sports is not that big of a thing in Canada. So it's...
Yeah, definitely a U.S. thing. For some reason, college football is... nowhere else in the world but
it kind of makes sense because you have all these like giant schools with like 50,000 students, right? So it kind of gives them something to rally together, and then you end up with these like monster stadiums, and like it kind of, I don't know, it makes sense logistically in my mind. Like, there's really no other country like the US that's going to have hundreds of like big schools, right? So Jeanette says especially in Texas. I would say American high school football is probably bigger than Canadian college football. Obviously not in terms of like the level, but in terms of the popularity. It's pretty crazy down there. Do you ever watch Canadian football?
No, never have. To be honest.
Never have. 3 downs, 110-yard fields. They have rouges where you can score a single point. It's kind of it's interesting. The one thing that is definitely hands down better about Canadian football is the overtime system. I do not like the NFL's overtime system. College football is pretty good for overtime too, but it's
Interesting. What's the difference for Canadian?
They start with the ball on like the 35, and each team gets a crack at the end zone, and they just keep taking turns. So it's not like you have to win a coin flip. So it's just
that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. But the team that goes second is at an advantage, right? Because they know what they need. So there's still some strategy. Whereas the first team to go, do they go for a touchdown on like 3rd and short, or do they kick the field goal? 3 points might not be enough. So there's still unevenness, but I think it's way more fair than the all or nothing approach of the NFL. Lisa says my brain has melted. Do you have anything non-football to share with us?
Let's see. Well, it's Christmas in a week, so favorite Christmas movie would probably be Deck the Halls.
Deck the Halls.
If you've ever watched that, Deck the Halls with Danny DeVito.
Yep, I've seen it. That's an oldie but goodie.
Love that movie, classic. Yeah.
But what are your top 3 Christmas movies? We know you're number 1.
Top 3. Okay. Deck the Halls. Then would probably be Christmas with the Cranks. Another oldie.
I've seen it.
Semi-oldie. And then third. What would be my third? What would be my third? Man, I'm stumping here.
Well, you're not giving the cliche answers, right? A lot of people throw Home Alone, Die Hard, Elf.
Oh man, Home Alone! I completely forgot about those posters. I watched those dozens of times growing up. You know what? Home Alone. Yeah, that takes top 3 right there, and I'm including the whole series.
I think this probably says a lot about me, but I would probably put Bad Santa in my top 3. It's just something about seeing Billy Bob Thornton as a degenerate Santa. I think is pretty good. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. There's a classic. We used to watch that one in school, like every year. That was Mark S. likes.
Really? Interesting. And so you went to school in Canada, I presume?
Yep.
Interesting. So you watched that in school, huh?
Yeah, they would wheel in the TV with the VHS player. Remember those stands with the...
classic, yeah.
And someone would like have the VHS tape. And often it was like something someone taped off of TV, and like we'd skip the commercials, but we would and the TV ones the teachers preferred because they were sanitized. They had all the bath stuff already cut out. Cam likes the Ernest movies. Remember the Ernest P. Worrell movies with Jim Varney? That brings me back. I think he.
Oh wow, yeah. I have. That's also not. I have. Need to add that to my. The Ernest movies. Okay, I just looked it up. Yeah, Ernest Goes to Camp.
Yeah.
I don't remember his Christmas one, but I remember Ernest Goes to Camp and a couple.
Ernest Goes to Jail. Ernest Scared Stupid. Sadly, Jim Varney passed away quite a while ago, but yeah, Mark S. just said that. But yeah, great movies. So have you ever been up to Toronto?
Actually, yes. So I went up with some of my family in September. My brother, he's watching right now. His name's William. He's also a big fan of yours. Watches your streams, but he planned the trip for us. So we went up to Toronto end of September, and we had a good time. We visited downtown. Of course, went into the Sears Tower. Took a ferry ride around the city, and we stayed actually also outside of the city in this little resort town called Friday Harbor, about an hour and a half outside of the city. Really good time. But yeah, so I have been to Canada before.
Awesome. And my last question: do you have a joke for us?
Oh. I am the worst with jokes. I'm gonna save myself from the embarrassment here and and save you from any cringe. So,
All right. Well, cringe is kind of a theme on this channel, but that's cool. It's Christmas. I won't put you on the spot anymore. But thank you so much for calling in, all the way from Athens, Georgia.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call, Johnny. It was great to speak to you. And hey, Will. All
right. Thanks for watching, Will, as well. All right. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Have a good night.
Cheers.
Bye.
We've got it's ringing off the hook tonight. Hello there.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Who are we speaking with?
We're speaking with West Coast Walker, also known as Robert.
West Coast Walker, also known as Robert. Let me pull up your West. Well, I typed West Walker. West. All right, Robert. We've got your video up, Mr. Saberwall, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Saberwall. It's often pronounced wrongly. Ken's the only one who gets it. It's Robert Saberwall, actually.
Saberwall. You know, I don't mean to be rude or insulting, but I am just fucking terrible with names. Like, I would be the worst substitute teacher in the world. I have viewers that have watched for 4 or 5 years, and I still don't know if it's Marie or Mary, Carolyn or Caroline. And like, I know it's been pointed out to me 100 times and corrected, and it just won't stick in my brain. Like, I'm just really bad with names. It's just...
I hear you. And my name is very difficult to pronounce, so that's why I go by West Coast Walker.
And you did a live walking the entire length of San Francisco, so you walked end to end across the shorter way you took. Like
I went from south to north, from Daly City to the Golden Gate Bridge. It was about 8.5 miles, only about a quarter of what Tisha accomplished on her long walk. So nothing too special.
Well, it's still a hell of a hike. And you did a video on that bike lane that they put in the middle of the street.
Yes.
That just is confusing everything. And what does a cyclist do when they want to go to a business mid-block? Do they get off the sidewalk half a block early? Like, I don't understand this design.
I know. I think that's one thing why it's contributed to, businesses there not doing very well, because the cyclists can't actually access the stores really. So, and a lot of the cars, they're all confused about this whole bike lane thing, so they're not even going down there anymore, man. They don't want to end up hitting a biker. Like, this guy drove right through the middle of the through the middle of the bike lane, right? So it's like
they've got it backwards. It
should be a lot better.
It's usually the motorists that are passing through, and the cyclists are the ones like getting off local destinations. So they should be. And the cyclists can provide a buffer to the pedestrians, right? I don't know. I don't know. I'm all for cycling infrastructure, but they tried it. It didn't work. So it is what...
Exactly. But they are going back to the side lane, bike lanes here. So, I think hopefully that'll, improve things in that area.
Yeah. I noticed my fake Johnny Strides count is not subscribed to you, but there we go.
Oh, thank you, sir.
There we go.
You are obviously one of the big inspirations for my channel and so many other live streamers. You and Action Kid and Ken and everyone, you guys are the original guys who did it. So all of us who came later are very, very grateful to Johnny Strides and we look up to you big time. You're the man, Johnny.
Well, thank you. But definitely, give credit. Ken Continuum was making walking videos in Toronto before me. Action Kid was going live before me and making walking videos. So it all kind of plays off of one another, right? But the cool thing about it is
you're up there, Johnny. You're up there, man. Do not be humble. You have a very, very large viewership, and you've earned it, my friend. You've earned it.
Well, I appreciate the kind words. I have a theory that a lot of people were dropped on the head at birth, and they found I'm not insulting my viewers, I'm just insulting myself, but But yeah, it's no, it's pretty cool, and it's cool seeing like the same people. I'll watch like a random live stream of someone walking around, not even from Toronto, and I'll recognize viewers in the chat. And I'm like, cool. And like, you genuinely feel like, I wonder how they're doing. Like you kind of you make connections with people. It's really awesome that like there's just this whole niche on YouTube that is its own thing, right? Like it's legitimately cool. It's legitimately a big niche. Like it's not as big as like fitness or like, but
there's some niches that are much bigger, obviously. I think it has room to grow still.
Yeah, but it's cool and it's accessible. Like everyone has a camera, right? Everyone has the internet. You can do it too. Kurt Affair says Johnny is in my top 1,000 of Toronto walktubers. Thank you, Kurt. That is top 10,000. Okay, you're not gonna kiss my butt, but who are your top 3 walktubers? Let's exclude Canada.
Action Kid is I love him the most. A great walktuber also is Tom from Walks in Wall Street, if you are like into the finance sort of stuff that he talks about. He's super smart. Sometimes it gets a little much talking about one topic all the time, but if you're into that, man, like he's awesome.
Yeah, he's super engaging, and yeah, he's a really, really bright dude. And he does what Action Kid does, right? He bounces between Miami and New York.
Yeah. And I actually love Miami. It's just such a beautiful city, man. Like, it's picturesque over there every time I see it. It's gorgeous. Oh, man, I never knew Miami was so beautiful.
And it's got a growing skyline if you're into that. But you've got one more walker to drop on us.
One more walker to drop on you. That would be my friend Roy from San Francisco. Roy Explores. He is a great walktuber and a really cool guy. And I gotta say he's one of my favorites. And he's a bit of an inspiration to me as well. He's here in San Francisco. He was one of the first ones to do it here in San Francisco.
Cool.
Roy Explores.
Are there any challenges in San Francisco that would be unique to San Francisco for doing this? Like, I know it's a pretty hilly city, but
it's very hilly. It's almost it's almost ridiculous how they built on these hills. I don't understand how they built on all these hills. Oh man.
Well, it's an incredibly valuable piece of land, right? So it's either build there or don't, and someone's gonna build there, so it makes sense.
Yeah. In some of the neighborhoods, you do not get good signal. Like, you just do not get good mobile signal. And so I have to stay out of a lot of different neighborhoods when it comes to live streaming because it'll just buffer like crazy. So that's one of the big challenges.
Have you thought of using 2 different providers or 3?
Yes, that's what you do, right? You have like a bonded system?
Yeah, I have two. One, the lazy way is use an app called Speedify. Which you can hotspot from one phone to your phone. You're using Prism, I assume?
Yep.
Yeah, so on your main phone, you have Prism, and then you hotspot to that phone, and then that app will combine the 2 signals and let you use both at once.
Gotcha.
It works. Gotcha. It's not super optimized for it. It's not the best, but it works. Like, I used it. It saved my ass in Tokyo and in Korea. Like, I was able to combine 2 shitty eSIMs and get a good signal. And then there's other bonding ways, but they get infinitely more complicated. But,
gotcha.
But yeah, if you do have those black holes, but both providers have to have a signal in that area, right? If they're both down, you're SOL.
Exactly. You can still not have any signal, even if you have 2 or 3 providers. Sometimes I think because the hills and the terrain can block out stuff. Like in Noe Valley, it's in a deep valley, and I don't think anyone gets signal there because I go to bars there, and every time everybody has to use Wi-Fi. The bar's Wi-Fi.
Which is, given the proximity to Silicon Valley, that's kind of surprising that San Francisco doesn't just have like wall-to-wall solid coverage, right? Like it.
It is surprising. It's supposed to be a very advanced tech city, and it is. We have driverless cars, and we do have other things that are very, advanced here. But we also have cable cars from 1882. So, We have a little bit of everything here.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yep.
Well, do you have anything else to share with us, Robert?
No, I mean, I did want to talk to you about a very, very controversial topic, just real quick.
Sure.
It's called barefoot shoes. Okay? Barefoot shoes. Now, I got those things, and they are very comfortable in terms of the width, right? Like the size and the shape is beautiful.
Which ones did you
The
get?
soles are so thin. I got ones. It's like, they're all like no-name brands pretty much over there on Amazon. But it's like Witten, W-H-I-T-O-N.
Actually, I would recommend people start with that brand, because if they're not for you, if you don't like them, at least you didn't spend $300.
Right, exactly. They're like $40,
Yeah.
And I wear them indoors, and I like, because they're so comfortable. And we wear our shoes indoors here in the States. But
they're great for working out too. They're really good fitness shoes.
Oh yeah, yeah. But you can feel the cement when you walk outside on them. Like the soles are so thin. I can't do it.
I'm fully acclimated. When I feel that, it's just like laying down on the most comfortable mattress. Like,
interesting.
You once you start walking and you use like the ball of your foot, the pads of your feet, to take most of the impact, not your heel, because walking, like heel striking in barefoot shoes on cement is painful. Like, there's no way around it. But once your walking pattern shifts, if you like the wide toe box, there's a brand called Ultra, ALTRA. They're barefoot shoes, but they have a stack height. They'll look like Hokas, right? That brand is probably a good compromise, because you get the nice wide natural feel, you get zero drop, but you get like the cushioning.
The cushioning, yeah, I need the cushioning. I feel, because my feet are wide. I always get 10 wides when I get regular shoes, and I love the width and the shape of the shoes. I can. You must be used to it now, but it was rough for me. I was walking outside. I'm like, what am I doing walking out here in bare feet for?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, to each their own, but I will die on that hill every single day.
I might try ones that have a bit of more cushioning.
I actually, you know what? Hold on one second. My favorite pair of those Ultra shoes went on, the newest model went on sale on Black Friday, and even though I didn't need them, I know I will need them, and they were like $100 off. Are you there, Robert?
Yep, I'm right here.
So I picked them up. Never worn. I'm not going to wear them till next year, but these are the Ultra Escalante 4s. So basically... So you get that like nice wide toe box, like a barefoot shoe. So your toes can be nice, because it's absolutely horrible that most shoes squish your toes. And the heel,
yeah, I agree with
that.
The
heel and the toe are the same height, which is really good for walking naturally. But they're good. They're nice and spongy on pavement. So I'm really excited to wear these. But they're not the right shoes for winter. They're gonna get covered in like salt and shit. So I'm gonna wear my old ones for the winter. But yeah, it's funny we mentioned that. But I recommend this brand,
real nice.
ALTRA. It's not a cheap brand, but great shoes. But these are
Ultra. Okay, I'll look into that. I might get some of those for Christmas then.
Cool. I'm just seeing. All right, there's some stuff going on in the chat. I don't really know.
I'm looking at it too.
Yeah. Well, Robert, do you have anything else to share with us? Any jokes?
I have a joke. You want to hear a joke, Johnny?
Yeah, we want a joke.
All right. How did Burger King get Dairy Queen pregnant?
How did Burger King get Dairy Queen pregnant?
He forgot to wrap his Whopper.
That's exactly the kind of joke we've been looking for all night. That's exactly the kind of joke we've been looking for all night. And you know what? I haven't really had dinner tonight, and you've just triggered me to go look and see who's delivering what. Well, Robert, thank you for calling in. You're free to call in anytime, of course. Good luck with the channel. Sorry,
Thank you.
I led you astray on your barefoot shoes, but Wittens are solid. I have a pair of Wittens. They're
I like them. I like them for indoors, absolutely. And I might try those ones you mentioned now. So that's good. Thank you for letting me know about those new ones.
Yeah, they're Ultra, ALTRA. It's a great brand. But thank you so much, Robert.
All right, thank you. Take care, Johnny.
Yep, you too.
Take care, everyone in the chat.
All right, take care. That was Robert. And on that note, super friendly, super nice guy. Getting those calves of steel walking around the streets of San Francisco. Holy shit. Remember, I was doing a live stream going up Riverdale Park West, and I walked backwards up a hill, and that like burnt my calves like no tomorrow. So I can't imagine just walking around San Francisco all day long live streaming. But we are going to bring this one to a close. Yes, Janice, you called in. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who called in. Thank you to our mods for their great work. Thank you to everyone who sent support. Maybe we'll be back next week. Jennifer Gala says, going to watch a K-drama. Which one? But it's been a while since I've seen a Korean drama. But maybe we'll bring back some adult beverages. I've just not been feeling all that great on this weekend, but it was a fun stream. I got to test out a new webcam, which I think is a keeper, and test out a new an intro as well. So either tomorrow morning I'm going to go live on Johnny Strides, or I'm going to post a video. Probably because it's Monday, I'll be lazy and post a video, and maybe I'll go live in the afternoon. Maybe I won't. But I will catch you on the next one. All right, guys.